Powered by Riverside.
Welcome to the Vehicle City Sound Podcast. This is volume 2026, episode number 8. Our drop date is Thursday, February 19th, 2026. I'm your host, C. Willie, joined again this week by the lovely and talented
Porter Peep. What's going on?
Hey, we have a very special guest in the house tonight. This is Niko Puzio from Kougaran. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys. How you doing?
We're doing fantastic, and it's fun for us because we've got another Michigan band in the house. You guys got together back in 2010 in the Rochester, Michigan area. Tell us a little bit about kind of what's the evolution of the band been.
Okay, yeah. So we've been around a while. Okay. It was a garage basement project in 2010. And it was kind of before I went to study at Columbia College, Chicago for music. So it was always kind of like a kid dream, So when I got into it at the end of freshman year into sophomore year, we decided to make it legit and try it out at like our first little official gigs and that kind of thing. Playing like small little sober venues out in the country because we were like 19.
Yeah.
And it slowly started to develop from there. We got tighter, we got better, we were writing more music, and we were starting to get our legit gigs.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we opened for Striper.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
And the Nightmare Before Xmas with like 40 other bands, and then Dirt Fest, up here when it was a thing. And it just kind of took off quick after that. It was national after national after national. Once a month I'd have to take a train or fly in from Chicago to Detroit to play the gigs.
Yeah.
And I got to know some of these guys, like Jack Russell's Great White.
That's
Chris
a good
Tristram. Chris Tristram, the bass player. He was. Now he's at House of Lords.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I got to meet Kirk McKim back in the day when he was playing with Pat Travers. And I met him, and his wife had such nice things to say on Facebook. Mrs. Travers. So
that helps.
But then I got to know the guys in the Reincarnated Autograph.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
They were all great guys. I still talk to all of them besides Randy, who passed away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I still keep in tabs with them. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And I'm not talking just a Facebook post.
It's legit between the two, absolutely.
And I've gotten to meet guys like John Corabi. He was cool. I was young. He was cool. A couple times we opened for Mike Tramp, and I remember he would just sit and have like a half-hour discussion with us about stuff and all that. And I was interning on a online radio station at the time, and we interviewed him. So it was kind of funny because we were both off stage. And at the time I was a cigarette smoker because if you've seen the movie Whiplash, it was a couple degrees away from that where I was studying.
Right.
So I was on break. He was on break. I was having a cigarette outside, and he was eating cookies his fans made him. And I catch him on the corner of my eye, just chilling at Callahan's. When we were doing this, he was on the sidewalk eating a couple cookies, and we kind of look at each other, and he goes, "Do you want a cookie?" I go, "Yeah, yeah." And so I put my my dart out, and and we ate and had some cookies, and it was cool, man.
Were they good cookies?
Oh yeah, they were chocolate chip,
Oh yeah.
little raisins, cinnamon. It was like a super cookie.
They're like
You
this
know,
big, right?
well, they're about yay big, you know. But it was cool, and I remember he gave me his email because he's like, when you guys reach a point, if you need help, just email me.
And that's kind of the cool thing about all of this.
And it wasn't just him. It was him.
Yeah.
Brandon Gibbs. We talked a couple times. He's like, "Yo, if you ever need anything, just let me know." The former Autograph drummer Mark Whalen, he produces the music, or he helps engineer, mix it, master it. That's been going on since the Fight for Your Life record.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's been quietness behind it. I just don't bring it up to the forefront all the time out of respect for my friends.
Of course.
Of course. Plus, everyone under the sun would be up my butt, if you know what I mean.
You don't want that.
So it's not that I'm not truthful about that stuff. It's just there's a line of respect. You know what I mean?
Of course. But you've got a lot of folks behind you. And that's what makes and folks that have been there and done that, and they're giving you guys their support. That's a cool thing to have.
Yeah, like Steven Adler was really cool. Like when my brother was the drummer in the band, he left because of audio school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because he likes video games and music and audio and drums and stuff. So that's what he wanted to do too. But we'll touch on that in a moment.
Sure.
But I remember Steven Adler giving him the biggest hug because he was like, he gave us all a hug, but he was like, "Where's the drummer?" And my younger brother being sheepish because it's like Steven Adler,
Yeah.
Like he goes, "You played fantastic tonight," and it just blew his freaking mind. And I met their manager, Steven Sprite, and they were all good people,
Yeah.
And we're all still buds,
Yeah. That's the community. That's the cool thing about it.
It's quiet, but we're all buds and we're all watching each other.
Yeah.
It's
Niko, the first one that
because my generation doesn't quite understand that.
Well, sometimes they don't communicate that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the first one that we've got queued up is Ran by the Enemy. This is an interesting song. It's interesting to listen to. Love it.
Yeah.
Give us the backstory on Ran by the Enemy.
Okay. So normally I'm pretty pragmatic and logical, okay? But, I'm also not a total skeptic of everything either, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And lately, let's just say the world seems kind of hive-mindish.
Yes.
And there's some, hints of darker psychological and spiritual undertones within the rhetoric of what's going on. And it just doesn't seem normal, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like people say mental illness, I say possession, but that's just me.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Partial or full, or even influence. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Niko, that's very interesting. What a great take.
All I gotta say is just watch the courts with the major music industry cases.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of darkness there if you take the blinders off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very much agreed. Let's give this one a listen. This is Ran by the Enemy from Kougaran. Yes, that is Kougaran's Ran by the Enemy. Niko, I've got to ask you, and you kind of mentioned this, at least hinted to this as we were going into this song. Years ago, when we originally started Vehicle City Sound, and then we've, Quarter Peep and I have revived this over the last year and a half, there was a gentleman who's very deep in the music industry here in the Flint area. We're in Flint, Michigan. And he warned me. He said, be careful, because there are a lot of snakes in this industry. Is that where you were going with that song?
That's just a facet.
Oh, okay. Got it.
You know, agents of chaos. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, let me put it this way. They're not our friend.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that very much, and it's
You know,
interesting to hear the background on that and kind of where you were coming from with that. It's a different take on the song.
it's a
that we
different
get hearing it.
perspective because, I mean, we can all talk about contracts and nickel and diming and underworld with crime and all of that. But, you know, and even up to the highbrow crimes like political crimes,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I mean, like, it's all too fast, too often, too quick, too much in multiples lately.
Yeah.
That's a little abnormal.
Well, and I think our technology society that we're in does do that. It multiplies it, and something
that-
said
Or we're gonna be like Rome.
Oh,
come
Okay.
crashing down.
It's either we wake up or we don't.
mhm.
Very well said.
To all aspects of it, not
Mhm.
just
Not just
Right.
segments.
because
Yeah.
it's an
Totally understand.
overarching thing. You know, it's
It
kind
is.
of like, you know, those big trilogy books, you know, where you'll get hints of things in the beginning and then it'll open up by like book 3.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of what we're seeing if you look at the music industry courts and the scandals and everything coming out lately. That stuff's been 25
brewing.
years in the making.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, and now it's just a lot of it's coming to the surface.
Mhm.
Or starting to. You know, I'm not going to name names or anything specific. You know,
Right.
don't want
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I know enough to know that it's out there. And,
It is.
You know, and, you know, it's not for the faint of heart to understand that.
Yeah.
So,
Truth.
well,
let's dive back into this in a little bit. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Niko from Kougaran right after this message. We've got a great new sponsor here at Vehicle City Sound, and all of you blue-collar, hard-working fans are going to love them. Bare Knuckles Leatherwork Gloves are now a part of the VCS family. These patented double-wedge, pre-curved premier leather work gloves are crafted to naturally fit the curve of your hands. The gloves are engineered for superior comfort, reducing hand fatigue and increasing productivity. Made from premium leather, they offer exceptional durability and protection, ideal for demanding work environments. Whether you're tackling heavy-duty tasks, working in cold weather, or handling delicate welding jobs, Bare Knuckles gloves provide the perfect balance of flexibility and strength. Designed with the hardworking professional in mind, these gloves ensure your hands stay comfortable and safe day in and day out. Elevate your work experience. Choose the gloves that work as hard as you do. BuyBareKnuckles.com. That's BUYBEAR Knuckles.com. And use the code VCS for a 15% discount. Welcome back to the Vehicle City Sound Podcast. We are with Niko from Kougaran. We're having an interesting conversation about some of the aspects of the music industry, some of the legalities of it all. But what we're very much interested in, Niko, is what is it that goes into your music? How is it created? What does it look like when you're sitting down and putting together a song?
Okay, so that's a fun process. Okay, so essentially, what I've done is, well, everybody writes the music in the band, but they all like to put the hat on me that I'm the main writer. Okay.
No pressure.
No pressure. So what I'll do is, because I have Logic Pro on my MacBook Pro, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I was trained to use that program in college, okay? So what I'll do is I'll kind of come up with a skeleton of the song.
Sure.
And I'll just throw it at the guys, and if they dig it, they'll elaborate more on it. And if not, they'll just be like, nah, dude.
This one missed.
So, and sometimes they'll bring ideas to me too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know the recent bass player, he's written a few songs, and a couple of them specifically for the band, and I was like, dude, right on. Thanks for the help. It's cool because after that, once we got it all locked in and the demos sounding good, then I'll shoot it off to Mark, and we'll figure out, okay, single or EP.
Gotcha.
And
yeah.
We'll do it that way, so that way it's all planned ahead of time. So then when we go in, it's smooth sailing.
Yeah.
And when we are in there, the only thing that's really digital going on is the Pro Tools.
Oh.
Other than that, microphones, amplifiers, guitars, drums, an actual mixing console, actual outboard gear. It's about as analog as you can get without putting the tape on it.
Perfect.
No auto-tune, no auto corrections, no none of that.
Well, and I think that's one of the things we enjoy.
And then overdubbed with the lead and vocals.
We love that about the output of the music, because it is that connected. Your chemistry is that good.
Well, to do it live, because what we'll do is we'll record the whole band live.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go in and add in the lead guitar overdubs and then the lead vocals.
Yeah.
So that way it all comes out as live and organic as possible. Because it's so easy to make music nowadays, I choose the hard way to prove a point.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that.
To prove a point that you can study your instrument, not be lazy, practice, and do it. Because it's so easy to, punch me in, bro. It's not mocking that. Some musicians need that. I know on guitar solos every once in a while, like, I won't punch the whole solo, but if there's, like, an annoying resonance or something wrong, then I'll do what's needed pragmatically.
Yeah.
But we try to make sure it's all very flow.
You're bringing out the true talent of the musicians.
Trying to, because a lot of people take it for granted because there's a ton of cover and tribute bands out there, so they think it's normal.
Yeah.
To be that good.
Yeah. Agreed.
And it's no fault of them.
No, it's not. But you're doing it the real way, and you guys are grinding, and that's what we appreciate.
Yes.
It's the real way to do it, and it's the hard way to do it.
Yeah.
But it pays off.
Hopefully.
Well, the next one that we've got queued up, Niko, is Urban Jungle, another song that Quarter Peep and I have just been grooving on here.
Yeah, so the music video. So if you guys follow these guys on YouTube, definitely check out the music video. That was
Give
fun
us
to
a
watch.
little backstory on this one, buddy.
Okay, so I was living in Chicago, or out of college, Chicago. I was back at home. And 2017, I was just kind of like, people are a little restless. Kind of reminded me of New York a little bit. Like, Detroit at the time was a city that really didn't sleep.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hustle going on before it started to get good or better over the last couple years.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of crime going on in the inner burb areas like East Point and all of that. Just a lot going on.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like a jungle, man. Like literally anything could pop out of the corner. Anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was crazy. Like, one day I heard Bloods and Crips, like on the border of East Point, Roseville, and then on the other side of the street, kid gangs, or, you go up a little bit, neo-Nazis. It's like, what's going on here?
In our own town.
Yeah. Like, Detroit's kind of a quiet jungle. People don't know about that.
Well, let's hear about it. Let's give this one a listen. This is Kougaran's Urban Jungle. Yeah. Oh, yes. Urban Jungle from Kougaran. I got to tell you, Niko, too, and this is kind of a cool thing. I'm kind of if you've paid any attention to the show at all, folks, I'm kind of the country boy. I'm with my country music. Quarter Peep is the rock out. Let's do it. She was so excited about having you on the show, and now we're listening to a song like Urban Jungle, and you know what the backstory is on that, and what the story you're trying to tell, and the song itself. I'm pumped, dude. We've
been excited about this for weeks.
Yes, that's good music.
Thanks, guys.
That's good music, man. We just love this. So, hey, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come right back with Niko from Kougaran.
Can't take your purse into the show? Here's a safe and convenient alternative. Wallet Buckle. They're super stylish, convenient, and very safe. Go to walletbuckle.com and check them out. And if you enter the coupon code QuarterPeep, you get 15% off your order. That's walletbuckle.com.
Welcome back to the Vehicle City Sound Podcast. We are with Niko from Kougaran. We are rocking out, having a good time. Quarter Peep is in her element right now, and we're loving life. Niko, where do folks find you? If we got some new fans on here that want to know a little more about Kougaran, want to know where to find you, where do they go?
Well, you can find us on our website, www.cougaran.com. I'll spell that for you. So after the www. Kougaran.com.
That's got it, and it is a great website too,
and it's
folks.
Thank you. And it's a really good hub because it has our social media account links on there and our streaming platform links on there. And then our merch store as well. Because I'll list the social media as well, but I urge you, go to the website to find all that info.
Yeah.
It just helps out our traffic number. So Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and then what else? There's Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Deezer, Tidal. There's probably more. But just go to the Kougaran.com and all that stuff will be there for sure.
You'll find them there.
Yeah.
And if you're in Michigan or remotely able to get here, I know you've got a couple of big shows coming up. March 7th, it's the Detroit Rock City Mayhem in Chesterfield.
Yeah, we're
fired up about that. We're fired up about that. And then again on March 21st, the Cabin Fever Fest up in Oscoda, beautiful part of the state. And what a bash that'll be too.
Yeah, it is beautiful up there. Like, I took a quick, a couple brief weekend getaways up in that side, and also up the Thumb too. And that side of the state is beautiful. Like, don't discount it. Like, I mean, yeah, Petoskey and Traverse and Leelanau, that's all nice, but this side of the state, the Huron side, is actually really nice.
The Sunrise side rocks.
Yeah, it's underrated. So if you guys, if anybody's a travel bug out there, check it out for real.
Well, I was just going to say, Niko just got a check from the East Side Chamber of Commerce. So,
oh my goodness!
Hashtag
East Side. You
It.
bet.
Oh my goodness.
Niko, the last one that we've got queued up is Raise Us Higher.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this one.
That's a good one because anybody who kind of feels like small, if you know what I mean, don't listen to that because numbers are a thing. Okay. For anybody out there, whether it's you're at a cubicle at a corporation or, a factory cog or a fellow artist trying like me or anything in between, power is in numbers, and the more you figure that out, it'll just raise all of us higher because those at the top can't say no.
Yeah. There we go. That's the message that we need. This is Raise Us Higher from Kougaran. Yeah. Raise Us Higher. That's Kougaran. I got to tell you.
It's funny. We told them to leave the feedback in there.
I love it.
I love it.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah. Because we wanted the recording to feel more real, because we had these amps cranked like a mother. We're like, oh, we should capture how hot these amps actually are.
You did it. I got to tell you, buddy, I have not said this after any of the shows that we've done, but this has been enlightening. It really has. I've enjoyed this conversation. I hope our listeners do as well. But it's nice to have the realness of what this is all about, and you've really brought that. Thank you so much, buddy.
Oh, you're welcome. Absolutely. I just kind of see it as this way. If you ain't being real with the people that enjoy your music and you listen to, you're just a phony.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to seeing you guys in person, too. I think that March 7th date has been put in red letters on the calendar now.
I'll be up front.
We will be out there. Niko, thank you so much. We appreciate you spending the time with us today. And like I say, thank you for enlightening us. This has been good.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you.
For all of you that are out there in podcast land, you can find out where we're going and what we're doing at our website. That's vehiclecitysound.com. If you know more bands like Kougaran that you want us to be talking to, vehiclecitysound@gmail.com. That's where you can reach us. We appreciate all of your feedback and impact on the show. Hey, folks, this wraps it up for tonight. Do good things.
Be good.